Well, howdy, 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 nearly senior citizen here. Greetings, boys and girls, and welcome to this. I can never tell which side to put this on, this being the words and the hamster, but this is Bat Ears McGee, and he's got a little spot of bedding on. Bat Ears McGee, I woke him up. Well, of course, his name is Patches Jr., but I call him Bat Ears McGee. He does not have a very well-functioning anti-camera gyroscope, but he's a little sweetheart. Absolutely a sweetheart. I mean, he is totally a sweetheart. None of my little guys bite, except, you know, just to nip, because the hamsters deal with the world with their mouths and tongue. So when he wants to do something and let the universe know he wants to go down, he just, you know, lightly bites. But he's a sweetheart, so I'm going to put him away. You're a good little guy. You go back to sleep. Thank you so much. He's a very, very well-behaved little Hamatron, and I really like that. Of course, I don't just call them Hamatrons. I call them Hamatrons because my wife liked to call them Hamatrons. But, of course, I, being a crazy person, like to add extra syllables to that, so I now call them on my own Hambulatrons. Because I am old and silly. And yes, the countdown to 55 continues. The 2nd of October. In fact, it's 7:06 a.m. Monday, the 2nd of October. Indeed. And it's on the 26th of October is my birthday. I turned 26, and I was trying to call it Octogre all the time, but instead I've said it properly now, so I like to say Octogre because, again, the older you get, the more you do things like that. When you find yourself in your 20s and 30s and later 40s and 50s, you'll be saying things like, oh, obviously, when you go to say obviously, because you did that as something you thought was cute when you were younger, and now it's a part of your personality. You always say obviously, whether you mean to or not, because you made it a habit. So thumbs up on that. I don't have a ton to talk about. I just heard about when I woke up, because I woke up a little after 5 a.m., staggered into here, and then discovered that, of course, there is another mass killing in the United States, over 50 dead, with a gun, because in the United States, the rights of somebody who wants to shoot a lot of innocent people to death definitely trumps the rights of people not to be shot to death. In fact, if you say, I'd rather not be shot to death, the United States government, well, one half of the government anyway, you find out which side, will immediately go into full-on attack because you want to take away the guns from all rightful thinking people in America, when instead you just want to make sure you don't get shot to death. Because we have more killings in the United States with guns than any other civilized nations on Earth combined. Because the rights of the gun holders to kill people trumps the rights of those people to not want to be killed. Hey, there's money in bullets and guns, and so there's money to the people that go up and say, hey, we need to have guns. How else are you going to kill innocent people, you know, on a street side? How else are you going to shoot people out of a hotel building? Of course we need guns. And then, you know, because it's a Second Amendment attack, you know, your right not to be shot to death, you know, is an attack on gun owners', you know, rights to own guns and kill people. You know, obviously you're a threat, and so you will be attacked because you don't want to be shot to death with guns. Welcome to America. There is much that is sick with our country and our culture. Yay! In fact, our world would probably be a lot better off if every one of the corporations that is centered, you know, centered, they say they're centered in the United States, but they have all their tax shelters out of country so that they don't have to actually pay taxes back to the country that they say is theirs. So if suddenly all of these huge capitalistic organizations were accidentally nuked and every single one of the rich died, you know, actually things would probably get a lot better for the planet. You know, suddenly half the people on the planet who've got the boots of oppression on their faces and necks would find that boot gone. Yeah, you'd be struggling for survival, but is that struggle for survival without the boot of oppression on your face and neck any harder than the struggle for survival with the boot of oppression on your neck? After all, corporations like Coca-Cola and all that, back in their when they had out-of-country places, they had armed guards, and if you didn't do your stuff, they'd shoot you to death. Thumbs up. I didn't want to get into this. Welcome to a demonetized vlog. Past that, I have nothing really to say. You now know my views on guns. I actually find nothing wrong with guns themselves. You need to make sure that not everybody can get hold of one. And the complaint of going, well, yeah, but if we don't sell this crazy person who wants to shoot you to death a gun legally, he's just going to get a gun illegally, and then he'll shoot you to death with that anyway, so let's just make sure he can get hold of this gun if he wants to shoot you to death, and we'll make sure it's done legally. I mean, you will still be dead, but life is life. So, like I said, we know my views on guns and all that. But as stated, guns are fine. In fact, I have no problem with guns themselves. It's the people that own guns, and the fact that, you know, if you are going to be around guns, you need to have gun safety classes. I think that people should have gun safety classes. I took a gun safety class when I was young. Smart. They show you that guns are to be respected. And then if everybody have a mandatory gun safety class, hey, maybe when people are still leaving their guns underneath their beds so that their grandchildren can shoot themselves, grandchildren, as happened so many times. I'm still thinking right now about this one news story about a grandmother who left a gun underneath her bed. Yeah, her grandson is dead now. She still doesn't see that it was her problem for leaving a gun under the bed where a child could get to it. Gun safety classes for everybody, because kids need to know that guns aren't toys. And especially if we're going to be manufacturing them and scattering them around the world like toys, we need to make sure the kids and people know they're not toys. Oh, people that know better still end up shooting themselves to death when they go, don't ever do this. You don't ever take an unloaded gun like I have here and go like this. Because then they shoot themselves because they forgot there was a bullet in the gun. It'd be nice if everybody sat there and fully soaked up the messages of gun safety, especially the people that are supposed to be teaching us. Ugh. But again, life is life. Which has to do, too, with skydiving. I was reading about skydiving yesterday. I can't remember why. But, oh yeah, because in Cracked, there was an article from a guy who fell out of an airplane. And he was strapped to an instructor, and his chutes didn't open. Only when they were just a little bit above the ground did one of his reserve chutes finally open partly. And when they smacked into the ground, they both lived, but barely. The instructor went back to skydiving. The guy who fell, he's a cracked writer now and YouTuber, because he doesn't do any of the stuff he used to do. It broke him. Mentally falling, trying to recover from that has been the hardest thing that he's ever done. Thumbs up. I had some friends. In fact, I still have a friend, because of the two friends that I'm going to tell you about, one of them actually died in a houseboat fire about 10 years back. And he was a pretty good friend, and he had a pretty horrible life, and unfortunately he died. But he and this other friend of mine were skydivers, and in the 90s they were going skydiving a lot, until the last time they were going to go skydiving. See, they had to go to Canada, and I lived in Bellingham, Washington, which is like 30 miles south of the Canadian border, and to go skydiving they drove into Canada, went skydiving, and then came back from Canada. The last time they went up there, you know, there was the stop at the border. What you coming in for? We're going skydiving. Oh, where are you going skydiving? You know, and then it's like, oh, we're telling them all this information about where we're going skydiving. What is this leading up to? And I was like, oh, you don't really want to go. Your instructor here is dead. He died in a skydiving accident yesterday. So they haven't gone skydiving anymore. And while I'd sort of like to go skydiving, I also don't want to impact with the ground at terminal velocity, or even near terminal velocity. They were so lucky. They landed half in and half out of water when they landed. That's the only thing that saved their lives. If you land on grass, dirt, concrete, well, not concrete, but, you know, grass, stuff like that, you're going to be fine compared. You land on water, that's like landing on concrete. Water cannot compress and move out of the way. You will, it's like landing on a concrete plane, just smack, you're gone. So, yay. But they were half in and half out of water. If they had gone any more into the water, that would have been it. They would have been dead. So, skydiving for the win. Past that, I don't really have anything to say, aside from it doesn't matter whether or not I have a talk with my housemates this month. They literally have no money because of a mistake they made where they didn't pay the water bill last month, so now the water bill's double this month. They have no money until payday, and on payday they're going to have no money after that because of the doubled water bill. So it doesn't even matter if I talk to them about anything because there's nothing they can do about it. We have no food, no water. I mean, we have water. We've got, and I just ate some eggs, so we've got food, but we don't have a lot of food. We got like eggs, some peanut butter, jelly, little things like that. So there's food, there's just not wonderful, life-sustaining food. Eggs are life-sustaining. Is eggs worth this? Yes, eggs is worth this. I love eggs. So having scrambled eggs is fine. Yesterday I had a fried egg sandwich. Day before that there was, well, we'd eaten a lot of eggs. As long as your fat intake is low, you're fine. Dietary cholesterol is not that bad. You can eat dietary cholesterol with a spoon, and as long as you're not having a huge high-fat, high-saturated fat diet, you're going to be fine. It's only when you combine dietary cholesterol with high-fat stuff does it get driven onto your arteries. Past that, it slides out of your system, you're fine. So you can eat eggs daily, and you're not going to do a thing to your body. Thumbs up for that. I need cholesterol, too. So, thumbs up. I keep thinking wrongly that I've got all this fat I have to lose. You know, I'm at 180 pounds right now, and I keep forgetting that the reason I've got this loose, floppy skin isn't because I'm fat. That's not fat here. That's the actual skin itself. There's skin isn't just, you know, this really thin layer up on top that we see. Skin can be anywhere from this to this thick. And the more weight you have, the thicker your skin and the more capillaries and stuff that you got to get rid of. So down here where I've had stretch marks and so the skin is not going away, that's not fat. That's just actual skin. So yay. I mean, I've got stretch marks down on my belly. So I've got a pot belly, except it ain't really a pot belly. Excuse me. It's because I've lost weight on that. It's where I've had stretch marks on my lower belly, and so I've got this loose, floppy, lower half belly flopping around down there that I wish would go away, but it never will unless I get it taken care of surgically. Skin that has no stretch marks can be resorbed. You will resorb the tissue easily. I've had I mean, my forearms have been twice as big around as this. But I've never had stretch marks, and so the skin is pulled up real tight and nice around there. But it's up around here where I've had stretch marks from back as a teenager. Stretch marks don't heal, and so stretch marks stay forever, and your skin stays forever. Thumbs up. So I'm going to be loose and floppy, loose skin man for the rest of my life. As is Boogie. He's continuing to lose weight. He's continuing to do better. Very, very good thing. He's going to hit a plateau point at some point where it's going to be difficult to lose weight, but that's okay. He can do it. In fact, it's easy to do if you break your mind. I lost my weight because I got really, really sick. I mean, I should have died. I was so sick. I lost half my body weight because I couldn't eat. Even drinking water made me puke. The fact that I was so overweight and could lose half my body mass is the only reason I'm alive. So, thumbs up on that. But what I'm going to do now is quickly open up 24 hours worth of comments on my community tab because, well, my channel. I'm opening up the community tab because, of course, I forgot to do that earlier. I'm opening up 24 hours worth because I'm going to thank 20 to 24 people for having left me comments. Now, it's not the content of the comment, whether it's a good comment, a bad comment, or an indifferent comment. I am thanking everybody who left me a comment. If you'd like a shout out, you just ask for it. I'll give you a shout out if I catch it. Oops, I gotta pull my cord up here. Very loud, my apologies. And if I mispronounce your name, no disrespect is intended. I'm an American English speaker. We're not good at names. I'm better than I thought I was, but. So first off, we have C.C. Williams. Thank you very, very much. Tyrion Fordring. That's a heck of a name. Thank you very, very much. And Alex Kleiner. Thank you. Greatly appreciated. Aidan Dushbush. I hope. Thank you very, very much. Greatly appreciated. Raging Revolution. Thank you very much. Mateus Bulcher. Greatly apprecited. The Best in the World 015. Thank you very, very much. Mafzal 209. Thank you. Greatly appreciated. And Crazy Car Seat. Heck of a name. Thank you. Mama Chell. Thank you very, very much. Greatly appreciated. I do enjoy seeing your name in the comments quite a bit. Thank you. And Caden Bailey. Thank you very, very much. Lambo Rambo, thank you. Greatly appreciated. It's always good talking to you in the comments. Thank you. Hunter KCK, thank you very, very much. Frisky Kitten, thank you very, very much. And SVHS 2005, hey, Team Scorpio for the win. Thumbs up on that. Greatly appreciated. Code Jake SH99, thank you very, very much. And Snowblow, heck of a name, thank you. Outsider 90, thank you very, very much. And there is Rainblocks Girl, heck of a name, thank you very, very much. The Horror Files, always good to see you in the comments, thank you very much. Jamie's Division, son of a gun, thank you. Leighton Morrissey, I hope it's pronounced Leighton, but thank you very, very much. And King So Stole My Girl, heck of a name, thank you very much. Johnny Cash, heck of a name, huh? If only he wasn't gone. Thank you very, very much. Greatly appreciated. And last but not least, Slothman. Thank you very much. Greatly appreciated. To get me out of my head, into the world, and that is a very good thing. There's not a good landscape behind these eyes. I'm a depressed individual, and it is dark and gray and bleak. It's always good to get out of here and into here. Thank you so much. My apologies. My throat is... I have no water for my sleep machine now, so there's nothing, no humidity, it's just drying air, and I think that's my big problem now. Thumbs up. Hopefully I'm going to be able to get some water here. It's only $1 for a gallon for distilled water. Hey, if you can check out my links down below, that would be greatly appreciated. I got like Twitter, Facebook, GoFundMe, Patreon.com, Google+, and my blog. I think that's all 6. I'm going to be writing in my blog again. I haven't for over a week, and I am so sorry. I'm a bad, bad person. But if you could check out my links, and if you could donate to my GoFundMe campaign or become a Patreon.com patron, that would be so awesome. I'm minus 400 in my checking account now. Any help would be appreciated. But if you cannot donate, or you simply do not donate, I take all good wishes. I deposit them in the bank of my heart where I draw interest. So thank you very, very much. If you could toss me a like, that would be very cool. I do appreciate all the positive validation for my existence. And if you could subscribe to the channel, that would be very, very cool indeed. But my personality has rubbed people wrong my entire life. If you don't like my videos, I understand. If you don't want to subscribe to the channel, I understand. But if you are down with it, I'll do my best to keep you entertained from now until, well, a very, very long time. After all, slap a few coats of sealant on you, stack you like cordwood down in the basement, you'll last for decades before you go sour. And hey, especially in hard economic times, a guy has to eat. Cannibalism for the win. As stated, I have never eaten a full human being. Yet. So thumbs up. I've got a reaction video coming up for the channel. I've got a game video coming up for the channel. It's been like 2 weeks since I've had any videos for my game channel because I keep going into a daze in the afternoon. Arg! Luckily only for a few hours. But still, any amount of time is so irritating. So you take care. Have a great day today. I will see you on the flip side, my friend, and that is a very good thing. So keep smiling, and I will see you, and, well, that's a very good thing. I don't know how to end these. I just go on and on and on for eternity.